a new Hollywood movie released just months before Donald Trump was elected president for the second time. The name Civil War, which depicts how America has been divided, the country divided into two parts, and how people have become ruthless for each other. Every person is looking at the other person with suspicion only. What kind of American you are today will be decided by whether or not ICE agents will drag you out of your car. The movie, which was fiction in 2024, today, in 2026, America seems to be heading towards the same scenario. If no one tells you the name of the country, then after seeing this scene, you will feel this barbarism must be happening in communist China, Russia, and North Korea. Masked forces, without permission, without paperwork, are arbitrarily abducting people from streets, malls, and parking lots without asking anything, without verification, just because the skin color is different, the way of speaking, then you are in custody. Now, what will be next is up to God. You may even die in custody. There will be no one to save you. But even Obama had thrown out illegals from America. Many times more people were ousted than this, but without so much brutality and open harassment. So, why is this happening so deliberately now? This is the ugly truth of America today, where if the ICE agents wish, they can even target an unarmed mother. And after that, the entire government machinery, including the president himself, comes forward to say save that cruel officer. Today, on the one hand, we are witnessing the biggest protest ever against Ayatollah Khomeini in Iran, which we talked about in the last episode. On the other hand, people are now taking to the streets in many cities of America against the brutality of ISIS and the dictatorship of Trump. So, should the UN or the EU or a country like India now send a peacekeeping mission to America? Should we be concerned about democracy there? Who will save America from a dictator? Who will save America from civil war? Many Americans are ashamed of what is happening in their country. They are pleading with folded hands, saying, "Don't come to our country." There are now demands to cancel or shift the World Cup matches from America. Thousands of World Cup tickets are now being canceled. But Trump is not the one to change. He is determined to ensure that ICE and his orders are followed 100% in an enterprise. And Americans are now realizing that the ICE is just a trailer. Trump's dictatorship is still to come. The fact is that Trump is now hatching a huge conspiracy to remain in power. And if all Americans don't understand this game soon, it won't really be a Civil War movie. That will become a reality by 2026 or 2027. So in today's episode of Deshbacht, we'll understand what ICE is and what the problem is if it's expelling illegals. What happened to Renee Nicole Good that's making Americans furious today? Why people with history knowledge saying that what's happening in 2026 already happened in Germany 100 years ago, when the Nazi were showing off strength with the brown shirts. What lessons should other countries learn from this entire incident? Because not only Hitler's Germany, but also Trump's America shows how easily democracy can be crushed. Why finally the Americans, the people of America, have shown that the final control of democracy is neither in the hands of opposition, nor the court, nor media, nor Trump. If the public wishes, it can put even the biggest dictators on notice. Don't do half the work like politicians. Subscribe and press the bell icon. U.S. government's Immigration and Customs Enforcement, lovingly, I mean with hatred, Americans call it ICE. The job of ICE is to catch illegal immigrants living in America and deport them. The same dangerous politics is playing out in America today. The game of us versus them, 80 nice 20 play, is underway, and the one who saves from danger will get the vote. And the current master of this game is President Donald Trump. When he comes to power for the second time, the reins of power come to him, then Trump starts to deliver on the biggest promise he made to his voters. Arming ICE with weapons and power, Trump sets out to clean up America. Republicans won a landslide victory in the election because they raised this sensitive issue. Now, whether it's about illegal immigration, whether immigrants joining gangs or taking away jobs, uh, these things are true to some extent, and the poor Republican voters must have thought Uncle Trump has said, "Make America great again." So he must have said it after thinking about it. So they believed it. But within a year of taking office, Trump's true colors are now coming to light. And perhaps even those voters who wanted Trump to give them their pure white America back, ICE is not a law enforcement agency today. They're a gang of racist white boys who have been given weapons, things to spread terror in America, and there is a huge agenda behind it. The bigger plan is less about catching illegal immigrants and more about spreading terror. That's why a mother who went to drop her daughter to school becomes a victim of ICE brutality. Be it a person walking on the road or a person working in a shopping mall, just catch them, kidnap, without asking any questions. This madness reached such an extreme that illiterate ICE officer tried to deport a native Indian American citizen of America. Now, the native Indians have been living in America for thousands of years. Before the white, where will ICE send them now? India? There had long been anger in America about ICE's methods. But then on January 7th, what everyone feared happened. Renee Nicole Good, 37, was returning from dropping her daughter off at school when she encountered the ICE agents. ICE agents say they acted in self-defense, but the video footage that is present has been seen by millions of people from thousands of angles of friendships. It becomes clear that Renee was just leaving from there. She was not driving her car at anyone. She was a U.S. citizen. But ICE agent Jonathan Ross still fired 3 bullets at. Good ICE agent Ross seems to have a fondness for ordering. Now the woman disobeyed orders. Angered, he fired a shot. Ross then hurled abuse at a dying woman after shooting her. And the ICE agents present there started preventing the doctors from reaching there. Because this entire scene was recorded, people watched it from every angle. Obviously, after that, their patience broke. The Trump government itself added fuel to the fire. To protect itself, Renee Good was not called a mother of 3, a poet, or a community builder. Rather, she was called a domestic terrorist, a troublemaker. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called it a huge conspiracy. Amazing. Well done, America. The country which conspires in other countries is now saying that a conspiracy is hatched against Trump. It may have been done by Maduro, who is in America these days, or maybe Ayatollah Khamenei orchestrated it, sitting in Iran, or maybe Putin orchestrated it. But MAGA devotees believe anything. If you say conspiracy, people believe anything, and these people become successful in hiding their uselessness. But leaving aside the MAGA base, America is now raising questions about this barbarity. People are taking to the streets and they're not campaigning to protect illegal immigrants. That's another issue. But people are realizing that immigrants are an excuse. The real plan is to stay in power. Let me explain. Nearly 100 years ago, the Nazi Party formed the stormtroopers in Germany in 1921. They were called the brown shirts because of their uniforms. Their job is to act as a paramilitary wing for the party. This meant giving protection, but soon they became extra-constitutional force, meaning intimidating and threatening other people, disrupting rallies of political opposition. Within 10 years, the number of these brown shirts reached 4 million. Jobs in Germany were scarce anyway. So this was a good business, and it brought respect and power. And these brown shirts created a lot of chaos in Germany. To handle this chaos, Hitler was given the opportunity to run the government. And once total power came into Hitler's hands, he did not give up power after that. Later, the brown shirts were also diluted. That is a separate story. Many American political experts believe that Trump is playing this dangerous trick with ICE. It is true that the ICE is not an extra constitutional force. It is within the ambit of the law. But the way recruitment is done, the way it is run, the way it is more active in those cities with Democrat stronghold, that is why it is said that this ICE has started working like a private army of Trump and deliberately provoking the people and the country. After Minneapolis incident, people were enraged with ICE, and rightly so, as ICE has resorted to bullying. It already did not show their faces. On top of that, it is not even allowing U.S. citizens to record, which is their legal right. If you're doing your work legally for the country, why are you so scared? You can now see huge public rallies in Minneapolis, New York, Chicago, and many other cities to send ICE back, to demand the arrest of Jonathan Ross. In many cities, horn, music, and drums are played throughout the night outside the hotels of ICE agents so that they cannot sleep. ICE brutality is such that even the Vietnam veterans who fought for the country are losing their temper. After all this, you will feel that any leader of a civilized society will call for de-escalation, will order an investigation, and demand better training for ICE agents. He'll go and meet the victim's family. But this is the new America. There's something else going on here. Vice President Vance gave his full support to ICE and rebuked those asked questions. Those who think America's madness will stop after Trump leaves should pay attention to J.D. Vance. He can lie better than Trump, and with more confidence. Trump is an honest person. Whatever the case, whether he wants or not, the truth comes out. American law clearly states the circumstances under which a law enforcement officer may use deadly force. The use in Good's case was clearly illegal. But Trump says, look, Renee Good was not respecting these officers. For this, she had to take 3 bullets. Welcome to New America, where if the respect of the supreme leader and his brown shirts diminishes, they will shoot red. The move towards a totalitarian America is clearly visible. But why is ICE playing such an important role in this? Originally, if you look at it, ICE was supposed to go after organized gangs that included immigrants. The ICE was supposed to go after illegal immigrants. But if you look at the newspapers and the news, you'll see a clear trend. ICE is working more in the Democratic Party's strongholds. It's acting out on ordinary people, women and children, not criminals, as if they want to further incite outrage against them. So someone might raise a hand to attack, fire a shot, and this will give Trump an opportunity to declare martial law in the name of law and order, and this will put complete control in Trump's hands. Trump is looking for opportunity in disaster. Even Republicans know that their good days will last until November. After that, midterms are going to be held in America, and they will face the brunt for punishment. Those who are non-MAGA devotees have understood the reality of Trump, and Trump has not accomplished much in the last 1 year. So the Republicans will lose control of the American parliament by November. You can write this on stamp paper. That's why Trump's master plan is to create chaos and take advantage of it. You will get proof of this from the Trump administration itself. Meet Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. The nation's security is in her hands. God save us. And look at the slogan this woman is standing behind after ICE brutality. One of ours, all of yours. What it means. Many fascist leaders have used this slogan. The most heart-wrenching case of this is that of Reinhard Heydrich. He was the architect of the Holocaust and was very close to Hitler. He was assassinated in 1942. So what does the Nazi Party do? No need to investigate. Don't catch the perpetrator. They launched bulldozer action on Czech town Lidis. The entire village was razed to the ground. 170 men and young kids annihilated. The women and younger ones sent to concentration camps where they passed away. This slogan is being repeated today. Imagine the slogan of Nazi Germany being repeated. If you attack ICE, you will be met with a fierce and complete response. Hitler must be laughing from above at how well my successors are doing. And if anyone had any doubt that America wasn't following in Nazi Germany's footsteps, so the U.S. Department of Labor removed doubt with this tweet. Now you might ask, what's wrong with this? The slogan of unity is being raised. But it is no coincidence that Hitler also gave the same slogan. That means one people, one empire, one leader. What a fakiri. Nazi formula is being copied in Trump's America. You can find many other signs the Gov has given that America is slipping into the clutches of authoritarianism. Vance has also said that political opposition will not be tolerated in the country. This from a country where the right to protest is virtually considered a fundamental right. Trump has taken many of the same steps as Hitler. Make America Great Again is also a copy from Germany. Banning books and seizing control of universities, putting the press in its place, taking action against immigrants, and portraying the country as in crisis. If there are more protests against ICE, if there is violence, then Trump will get that crisis, that excuse. And maybe after that, the election will be postponed, the midterms will be canceled, or who knows, he himself might come back in 2029. No matter what Constitution says, that's is what he wants. But there's a big difference between Hitler's Germany and Trump's America. When Hitler was making his moves in 1930, the people of Germany had no example, no warning, There was no information about what was going to happen. But here, we have 90 years of history, warnings, books. Despite this, a large part of the country is moving towards anarchy. When this happens, if America moves towards anarchy, the whole world will have to bear its cost. There are many people in America right now, and we salute them, who are talking about saving the country. They understand what's going on, the game is being played, and that's why thousands of people in New York, Chicago, LA, Salt Lake City are on the streets carrying justice for Renee. ICE out, Trump must go banners botter. People are realizing that ICE has become a force of terror. Over 30 fatalities in its detention center in the past year. In first 10 days of 2026, 4 died in ICE custody. Now you think where women are being forced and ICE is saying nothing can't be done. Some voices are now calling for the funding of ICE to be stopped. Some call for reforms. Some people are calling for the removal of Kristi Noem. Uh, the American people are demanding justice. They are doing their job, but Trump won't listen, and that's his game plan. Create chaos via ICE, people will riot, martial law will be imposed. Trump isn't one to give up power. Look how quickly he managed to divert attention from Epstein file. First targeted Venezuela without any future planning, now use of ICE to spread chaos in the country. People are forgetting Epstein file. There's another irony to this whole story. Look at these two top leaders of this country. They have waged a war against immigration. They have launched a crusade. But both their wives are immigrants themselves, and one is probably even illegal, which again makes it clear, proves that America needs immigrants. Because there are many things that Americans themselves would never want to touch.